And this is not from us. PSA, littering is for losers. And we found these at a normal shoot spot. If you're the person doing that or someone that does that, you kind of suck. Please don't do that. Pick up after yourself. Welcome to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Brian.
Oh, hey, I'm Craig.
That was sloppy, but okay. And today we have the, I've been waiting for this, bonkers Raptor R. So
actually, I think it's a Raptor R.
Yeah, on the side, we'll get to that in a second. The R is just red. There's not a Raptor and then an R, it's a Raptor. Anyways, all that nonsense out of the way. Come on, real quick. One thing you need to see. Right there. What does it say?
Supercharged.
That's all that matters. So for years,
eights.
That's a lot of eights. We'll get to that in a second. So for years, since really 2014 when the last Gen 1 was built, people were going, where's the V8 Raptor? The EcoBoost is very competent, but it doesn't have the right sound, which is all people seem to care about. Well, they fixed it. After the TRX showed up and said, we can do that. Now, we can argue about all day long about who did it first. This is the answer to the TRX, but the TRX was the answer to the Raptor. So this is a prime example of competition being good for the consumer, except this one's kind of expensive at $111,000 as it sits.
It's an arms race we like.
It's an arms race we're happy with, and we'll talk about price more at the end, but this is 30 grand over the TRX. Man, we'll explain to you why that might be okay. So let's bring it around. Appearance-wise, this is by and large the same thing as a Raptor. You just have an R down here. You still have your DOT required marker lights in the middle, and that's because this thing is over 80 inches wide, and it requires that to pass standards. Now, all the Raptors come with the really good LED lights, and they actually aim and pitch just like any Mazda will do today. We say that as kind of a criticism because these are so good, but you have to get a good F-150 to get those. I wish they all came with it. It's awesome. You do have this iconic C-bar here, and it's fun when you see it reflecting off cars in front of you. There's a look and a presence about this. The Gen 1 had a look, the Gen 2 had a look. This has presence as well. We've talked about this in previous reviews of the regular Raptor. It's pulling some Gen 1 cues in its design and grille. Down low, if you remember the Gen 2 Raptors, everyone bought one and shoved rigid fog lights in here. Well, Ford did it for you. They put them in here. These are on auxiliary switches, so you have extras. These are the standard fog lights that work off of these standard automatic headlights in the truck. How do you know it works off-road? Right there. They're not red though, Craig, they're orange.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what that means? It means you can recover fast.
Oh.
Okay, coming around. The hood has a heat extraction on it. It looks a little bit bulbous from inside the cab, but you know what? The kids love it. Who cares? It's got the Raptor R on there.
Raptor
R, yeah. Check it over here. You have heat extracting vents right here. I can feel the heat coming off of it, and we were not driving fast before this. It's just, but it is working.
It's kind of cold today.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Side mirrors, they power fold, all the good stuff when you have the key in your pocket. When you walk up to this, it has proximity sensors, and they fold out, mirrors open up, all kinds of stuff.
And all the lights come on.
All of them.
Yeah.
And you do have the side spotlight. That right there is like a police side takedown light. It's kind of cool. At low speed, you can turn it on and see what's going on the sides. This is the truck with 37s. We almost missed that. Come over here. The only flavor of tire you can get on the R are these. Now you get BFG, all-terrain, TAKO2s, no matter what, but with the R, you have to get the 37s. That gives you a little bit more of a suspension lift. I think it's 2 inches, maybe 1 inch. I'll throw it in the comments there. But and you get recalibrated live valve suspension, which that is the hat trick of the Raptor. No matter what trim you get, that live valve is incredible. You also get B-lock rims as standard, and you get the 37. It's a taller tire, which doesn't seem like much, but I'll tell you right now, 35s would be way faster as a street tool. But as an off-road tool, there's not much stopping 37s. Trade-off that's probably worth it for most. Now, I'm anti-sidestep, but I'll tell you right now, this truck's tall enough. I've used this all week. These things work really well. They're rhino lined, they're really durable, you can pressure wash them. I've owned these and lived with these before, they're great.
They also really scratch your knee up.
Oh, big time. And also, when you get mud on these, every time you get in, you'll rub your pants and you'll go to work with mud on your jeans. That's what'll happen, but trade-offs. Also, major points, every car, do that please. Let's get this out of the way, routine testing, fuel door, and perfect, good job Ford. Oh, 91 plus? Does that mean 93 is better? Because that's what we have here. We'll see. All right, let's go down to the Raptor R.
I'm confused, Ron. Is it a Raptor R or is it a Raptor R?
I think it's a Raptor, and they just made the letter R on the end.
Okay.
Yeah, we were overthinking this too much. Also, come close. You can see when they laid these graphics out, they literally just laid it over the 8s that are behind it.
Can you find the hidden V?
Oh, there is a V. It's right here.
It's the only spot you'll see it.
The only spot you'll see it. That's kind of cool. I'll be honest though, Craig. This is a truck that In my mind, I'll own one day, and the first thing I'm gonna do is rip those off. I don't think these graphics are particularly nice. Only criticism I'm gonna have on this truck, that's kind of it. But they're fine, they make the point, I get it. Come at the taillights. You get the C-bar right here, and you have the placard in the middle, which I don't love these, but it's fine because you get the Raptor R. Unlike the Lightning, you don't get an LED that goes all the way across, which you don't need for Baja, none of that matters. Okay, come at the tailgate. This is a loaded model, so you have the auto down. You can also use your key fob to bring it down. You have C-clamps here. You've got measurements on the bed to measure your masculinity. That's what that's there for, both in American and international. You also have your phone holder, so you can DIY the world while you're fixing things in your tailgate. And this is not from us. PSA, littering is for losers, and we found these at a normal shoot spot. If you're the person doing that or someone that does that, you kind of suck. Please don't do that. Pick it up for yourself. Also, there's one more bottle in here, Craig. We brought this on our own. Don't worry, it's just bubble water.
Wait, is that a twist off?
It is not a twist off, look at that.
Okay.
Also, this is a, I'm quoting, a tie down point, but really, it's an over-carbonated thing. I've debated with Craig forever that these are way too carbonated, and that's a prime example of it. Good news is you can open it right here and not litter. Take your cap with you. And let's get down here and talk about towing. Standard hitch down here, good for 8,000 pounds. You towed with us, right?
Yes.
We'll talk about that in the drive portion. I want to hear about that. You have your 7-way right here, 4-way plug right here, and this is good for what miles per gallon?
8.
8. So it takes it from like 10 to 8, which is not that bad. I was getting 10. If you hypermile, you get about 14. You do have really sturdy tow hooks. I also kind of like how Ford is just letting it all hang out. Look at this cross beam down here. They're not even trying to hide it. They do in the Broncos now too. They're just like, hey, we need a beam there. Just put it out there. Kind of cool. You can't remote start it. Let's hear that. Here it is. Oh, I love that. There's also exhaust modes. Let's check that out too. All right, and that is what $30,000 will get you. That gives you Baja exhaust all the way down to quiet mode. We cycled those there. Just driving Baja. Unless you're on the highway, it'll drone a little bit. Anyways, come around over here. Let's check out the engine.
Wait.
What?
It's a different truck.
Oh, now it's a Raptor.
An R Raptor.
An R Raptor.
Yeah. Brian, this is what we're all here for. Whoa.
Hey, I'll pull that out.
This is a family show.
Check it out. Look at this thing. That is not a Shelby GT500, but it is a Predator. The only difference between this blower and the one in the Shelby is that sticker right there that says Raptor instead of Shelby.
So this is like, Arnold, like the movie Predator?
Sure. If that's what gets you going at night, that's what you get. Now, there's a lot of familiar Ford things in here. I do want to point out how far back it is. That's not specific to Raptor. Look how far back this engine is. The center hub on the hub is right here. Technically, Craig, this is a front mid-engine configuration.
Okay, you're going to get in trouble for that in the comments.
I know, they're going to get upset
Let
about
them have it. Brian said that, not me.
Look, pull that thing out without taking the cab off. Then I'll take you seriously. Okay. This makes a whopping 700 horsepower and 640 foot-pounds of torque. Now, the internet's going to be upset because they're going to go, wait a minute, the Shelby makes 760 horsepower.
What did they do? Detune it?
A little bit. They traded horsepower for torque. That's what they really did here. And they also needed some longevity. The 150 has different longevity requirements than the Mustang does. But rest assured, once people hack this ECU and you can do some tuning, they're going to see 1,000 horse out of this, no problem. Pulley changes, change the boost, it's going to happen all day long. All that, let's check out the interior.
Welcome to the interior of the Raptor R, and it's like all F-150s, it's brilliant. Ford knows how to make a cab. This is just as good as that, except maybe a little bit better. Brian, let's talk about some things back here. We got plenty of room, but I want to show you all the storage underneath here. Look at this. I've got storage. I got baseball gloves. I got flashlights. I got ways to make fires. I got a way to monitor the temperature of the fire. I've got drills. I've got shop towels.
Yeah, we get it.
There's plenty of room in here. It works. But Brian, there's a problem. I want you to get in your seat.
Uh-oh.
I want to show you something. Yeah, get in your seat.
Okay.
See this beautiful moonroof? Beautiful.
No, I can't see it.
Panoramic. What do you mean you can't?
I can't look up.
Oh, yeah. So this is the problem we keep having in anything with a panoramic. I don't know what's going on there. But
stop it.
But Brian, we do have map pockets back here. You got map pockets on your side.
Oh, so when you're looking at your feet the whole time, you can put something in there.
Yeah, front view. And then we also got butt warmers in the back. That's pretty nice. You get, of course, your USB A and C back here, and then you also get an actual outlet for like a laptop or a Nintendo Switch or whatever you're doing there. Oh, and then old school cigar lighter. That's what that is. Yeah. All right, let's move to the front. Moving on to the front, Brian, first I want you to check the door sill, and I want you to grab me my liquid death.
Not
this is what you have to drink when you're driving. Get in the Ford Performance Raptor R.
Wait, is this a Machine Gun Kelly truck?
I'm not going to say any of that because I don't want to get canceled. Brian, here's the problem with this thing.
There isn't one.
No. You can look a little bit like a D-bag driving this.
Oh, 100%.
So what this is here, this is to keep you from looking like too much of one, so you don't drive like this.
Oh.
So to encourage you to move your hand to the side like you
Okay.
should have it. And speaking of that, we get nice flappy paddles, which actually work with the 10-speed quite well, getting to the drive portion. And then when you go to start it, you get all kinds of good stuff. Built Ford tough, and it sounds good, and we get all the modes and gauges and all that good. So here's all the modes you get. We got normal, we got sport, we got tow haul, we got slippery, and then we can go back to the other side and we get Baja and rock crawl and off-road. So
Baja's what
lots of cool things, but you can also customize all these with this. So just like the regular Raptor, you can do different modes in the exhaust, suspension, and steering, and then you can save it with the Raptor R button somewhere right over here. Raptor R button, pretty cool. Great steering wheel. Same things here that we've had in all the other Raptors. Not really anything to talk about. Last thing to talk about, Brian, right here, the Recaros.
Oh, yes.
Show them the seat. This is a great seat. I love this seat.
Also, B&O Stereo has
built-in
speakers and
on the
microphone here
headers.
for Bluetooth. Yeah.
Sounds great.
These seats are super comfortable. You had a road trip. How were they?
It was wonderful. I was towing a 6,000-pound trailer, and it was very comfortable.
Yeah, these are less supportive than they look, but on a long trip, they're incredibly supportive in a linear fashion. They don't feel bad at all.
Enough of that. Let's drive it.
Let's drive it. All right, Craig. I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna try Baja mode.
Baja mode for the launch. Okay.
We've done some 0-60 off camera.
Okay.
Stability off.
I like this because then we can see what we're doing going forward.
That's why we're doing it.
Okay.
Okay, you hold that, good sir.
All right, Baja mode for the win. Ready when you are. 3, 2, 1, hit it. Softer suspension and Baja mode. Okay.
It shifts hard.
Oh, 0-60 in 4.24.
So I'm way slower than it is. That was with manual shifting and a lot of weight transfer. I will say 0-60 in 3.85 off camera.
Yes.
And I'm going to put this back in normal mode to make it a little bit more civil.
I'm going to normal mode too.
Okay. Oh, you were in fast mode. That's
I've still got my liquid death.
There you go. Up, back to full drive. Okay. So, Craig, Raptor freaking R.
We're here the Raptor R.
Raptor R.
Raptor R, yes. We've had the Raptor before, the 3rd gen. We've done the 2nd gen, we've done the 1st gen. There's a video for that.
There is, go check those out.
But this is the daddy of them all. We gotta start with price first because that's a factor. This is basically about $30,000, $25,000 more, depending on how you spec it, more than the base Raptor with the 3.5 EcoBoost.
And more than the TRX.
And a lot, about the same, much more than the TRX.
Yeah.
What makes, for $30,000, $25,000, however you slice it, why is this so much, what is so special about this and that? Is it worth it?
Look, all week I've been quizzed with people, yeah, but it's 30 grand more. It's 30 grand more. Why do you get this?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain to someone, especially someone that owns a TRX already, why this might be better. And I'm going to land it
Makes less horsepower.
It makes less horsepower, all two of them. But I'm going to argue that the big benefit is that this is the top of the hill. This is the king of the mountain. It's the one that started it all. Now, this is answering the TRX. Thank you, Ram, by the way, for making Ford get back on their laurels and do something about the no V8 thing. Because let's be honest, it wouldn't be here without the TRX.
We would not have a Supercharged V8 Raptor if it wasn't for the TRX.
Exactly. But the TRX wouldn't exist at all without the Raptor to start with.
Also, we wouldn't be getting something from Chevy soon if it wasn't for this.
Exactly.
So this arms race is really good.
The arms race is good, and this is the daddy, and it costs more, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's because of the way this thing's suspension is calibrated for off-road use.
Yes.
The live valve is not as
but the base Raptor has that.
I know, I'm not getting to that. I'm just saying the reason why, if you, I gotta have a V8,
okay.
Why do you get this over the TRX? It's because of the live valve.
Oh, I'm with you. Okay.
I think that's better than the Bill.
But why get this over the base Raptor?
Because you can't console yourself. Craig, you put your head on the pillow at night and you go, my penis disappeared. I can't drive an EcoBoost. It can't be done.
I could have had a V8.
Yeah. I could have had a V8.
Okay.
You nailed it.
All right.
That's why.
Okay. All right.
Is it too expensive? Probably. Are they going to sell all of them? Yes.
And look, this is more than any other Ford pickup truck they make.
Yeah.
We look.
Good point.
The Lightning.
Yep.
the F-150 Limited.
Yep.
The F-250 Limited.
Yep.
This is more than all of those.
Yep.
By a lot.
By about 10 grand on all of them. Yeah.
So
now you could probably get an F-450 up there if you really maxed it, but like
yeah, but that's a whole different ballgame.
A 250 driver would also consider this.
Yeah.
And as far as light duty trucks go, there's nothing better than this.
Right.
That's my one sentence about this. I want to ask you about towing though. You towed this thing.
Yes.
With what were you towing? How far did you go? All that stuff.
I use this like a truck. We towed a boat out to a guy's trip to the lake, about 2 hours away, and I don't know, 400 miles. Mm-hmm. It was a 4,000. I'm sorry, it's about a 6,000 pounds total. I was towing.
Okay, boat and trailer.
This thing's rated, I think, 8,000 pounds, somewhere around there, which is the highest rated for any Raptor.
Yes, it is.
V8 helps there. And we have 640 pound-feet of torque to play with, and 10 speeds, and tow haul mode.
Yep.
And the suspension, you would think a soft suspension like this would struggle. It barely squatted, and it was very comfortable with the trailer behind us. And I was at a pretty healthy clip of maybe 85, 90 miles an hour. We got there in plenty of time to spare. I did average only 8 miles per gallon.
Look, Prius buyers need not check this out. Just keep on going.
Look, I'm going to say this. We get 10 miles per gallon because we keep messing around. They keep hearing it's just too fun.
You got 14 one time.
But you can't get 14 if you're responsible and drive the speed limit. But
look, I want to contrast the Gym 1 because we owned that one for years up until we sold it recently. And I got about 12 mixed all the time. Sure. 14, maybe 15 with the tail one was the best you could ever do. This is right there with that if you're trying. Yeah. If you're being a monkey and towing a trailer, I was getting 8. Because the 6.2 is more efficient than this is.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Okay, there's one last reason why I want to, and there's not a whole lot to talk about other than the calibration of the wheel and tire package. I'm not a fan of 37s. I don't love the 37s on here.
Right.
I'm a little annoyed you can't get this with 35s because this with 35s would definitely be faster than the TRX.
Oh, yeah.
And you can go down the rabbit hole. Some outlets are getting this faster than TRX to 60. This is 740 pounds lighter than the TRX. Yeah. The aluminum body is coming into play here. Yeah. But on the street, they both feel bananas.
Absolutely.
Right. So like, I'm not going to fault someone for getting one or the other.
No. Get the one you want.
Get the one you want. If you're a Dodge guy, get the Ram. Sure. It's awesome. If you're a Ford guy, get this one. Yeah. But I would not take the TRX to King of the Hammers.
That's fair. I would not either.
I would take this as it sits.
Yeah, this could be in fact, people are literally using this as a support truck in King of the Hammers.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah. All the time. Yeah. Well, not today, but actively.
Well, yeah.
Right.
King of the Hammers ain't going on right now.
There's one more thing I want to tell the people about and why you would take this over the TRX.
Okay, yeah, what's that?
And that is the two-wheel drive option.
Oh, what do you mean by two-wheel drive option?
You can't do burnouts in the TRX.
Because it's all-wheel drive all the time.
Which is communist. So I'm going to start in second gear. Okay. I'm going to go to third. I'm going to go to fourth. I'm going to go to fifth. And we've maxed out wheel speed. So
that's why you get this.
That's why you get this. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Ford, for giving us two-wheel drive. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. The TRX is next.
Hmm.